Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Euro Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. So sit back and enjoy because I got a lot of information to go through. Today I am going to be looking at a second draft for this game. But before that, I just want to give a big shout out to Hassano with this fantastic team difficulty ratings for Euro Fantasy Football. Did you know that there are home advantage for some nations out there? Yes, so I'm just going to quickly go through the thread, but I want you guys to have a look at it. So I'll put a link in the description below and in the comments. I'm going to have a quick look at the table as well. But let's just have a quick look at this. So here I considered 3 facts. So the number 1 is FIFA ratings, form and result of 5 last competitive matches, and home advantage. There will be no fixed host for this Euros. Rather, 11 nations will host together, where 9 nations will take part in the group stage. Okay, so that's very, very important to hear that. Every group has a host who will play all their round matches at home. If there is a second host in the group, they'll play 2 matches at their home and the remaining match will be played at first host place. According to these facts, Italy and Spain could clearly dominate their opponents. I'm just going to go through now and look at the table. So if we quickly have a look, Group A, Italy is marked in blue. So that means that they will be hosting all of those fixtures in Group A in Italy. So that is a massive home advantage for them to do well, to get that extra support. But, you know, we've seen it in the past. It doesn't always work out, but it does help. So have a look at this thread. So have a look at it yourself. I'll put the link in the description and in the comments below. Go ahead, follow that person, and yeah, drop a like on their thread. Now, before I go through all of our players and give you guys my thoughts on why I picked them and my strategies, please do subscribe. I'm very close to that 21,000 mark for my YouTube channel, and drop a like on the video. When it hits like 100 to 200 likes, it does help my channel out a lot. So please do like as well. So the first strategy and the first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is I am only attacking match day 1. I'm not looking at match day 2. I'm not looking at match day 3. When match day 1 starts, I will start to kind of collect the information every single day and start creating my match day 2 team. I will be using one of the limitless chip or the wildcard in match day 2. So it's just going to all depend on the results, and I'm going to use one of the chips. Let's just say that I use the limitless chip in match day 2. I will be basically creating a whole new team. Just to let you guys know, I will be creating a video for every single match day to round of 16, quarterfinals, semi-finals, and to the final. So I'll be creating a lot of videos, and I will do my best to create at least 2 videos per match day. That is what I'm thinking to do. I might even do more dependent on the situation, okay? Now, the other strategy that I wanted to quickly talk to you guys about is the player prices. As you can see, my defense is very, very cheap. They're like 4.5 players. My goalkeepers are very cheap as well. My midfielders is around that mid price range. And my attackers are very, very expensive. So there is a theme here. And this is the theme that I'm going with. You know, it's good to have a good team structure as well. And of course, you know, I would love to bring in players like Cancelo. You know, 6 million player that could do really well, can keep a clean sheet, could score, could, you know, get an assist. However, with this draft, what I try to do is kind of like remove as much as money as possible from the defense and then put it in my midfielders and my attackers to get all of the points. So that is the strategy here. So go cheap in the defense and the goalkeepers as much as I can, really. Bring in players that has a great chance to play a lot of games, are starters, and has a chance to keep a clean sheet. Now, I'll give you guys a little example. Let's just say Benderek, right? he keeps a clean sheet. He's 4.5 player. Let's just say Cancelo, he keeps a clean sheet as well. He's 6 million. Well, who wins out of those two? Benrek, because he's more cheaper. 4.5. They both got the same amount of points. I got Benrek that kept the clean sheet. Is a 4.5. I'll use that 1.5 million elsewhere to try my luck on another player to get me a return. So that's the kind of the strategy that I went with the squad itself. So that was the squad. That was the match day 1 strategies. And the other strategy that I'm looking at and I want to talk to you guys about is my captain strategy. So basically, I want a captain option for each day. So I want a captain option on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday if I can. Now, I don't think I need to wait up to Tuesday to get a captain return, but you just never know. So with the team that I have that you are seeing, Captain Yilmaz in the first game, if he doesn't return big, I will switch it to Lukaku against Russia. If he doesn't do well, Mason Mount against Croatia. If he doesn't do well, I've got Lewandowski. And then on Tuesday, I got Jota to kind of help me out if I need a captain return. So that is the strategy with that. Now, before I go through every single player, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, there are more strategies to go through. And I want to go through it in this video to make this video epic, the best that it can be. And basically, the little strategy here that I want to talk to you guys about is this fixture, Turkey versus Italy. Before this fixture, we will get team lineup. And when we do, we'll be able to make a final decision. I am looking at Italian players as well, so I don't have to go with Turkish players just because I'm from Turkey. I don't have to do that because in fantasy football, you just got to bring the players that are going to return, right? So I am looking at Italian players as well because they are on form and they are at home. So yeah, I'm looking at that as well. And the other thing is that I wanted to quickly mention is that there are a lot of friendlies right now. Even like right now, there's friendlies, and basically we need to look at those. That will give us a little idea on the players and to make our final decisions, okay? Anyways, let's go through the team. Now, here we go. This is what you guys been looking for. It is time to go through every single player and give you guys my thoughts on why I picked those players. Just to let you guys know that I'm going to combine my first draft and this draft. I'm going to combine it together and create like an ultimate team before the deadline. Let's start with the defense. First up, we've got Mendes from Portugal, a defender that is 4.5 million, selected by 0% of managers. I bet you're asking yourself, well, who the hell is this guy? Well, I checked. I did a little bit of research, and he played the last 3 qualification matches for the World Cup. He played 2 90 minutes and 1 18 minutes. We just got to see what happens in the friendly matches. If he plays a lot of minutes, if we think that he's going to be a starter, fantastic option. You know, I've been looking at that Portugal defense. I've been looking at Diaz. Then I changed it to Cancelo. They're 6 million. You know, they're quite expensive. And, you know, if we can find out that this player is nailed on, he's going to be my team because he's basically giving me the money to gonna upgrade another player. And I used that money to bring in Jota. And I'll go through that in a second. And let's move on to the next player. It's a Spanish defender that is 4.5, Torres, that is selected by 13%. Good fixture against Sweden. Don't forget that Spain will have another home advantage. And, you know, Ramos is out of the squad. And he was injured so Torres was injured in the last 3 World Cup qualifications. But he is back. He played in the Europa League final. And before all the injuries, he was playing in the defensive line anyway for Spain. He is a good option. 4.5, you know, you just got to hope that he keeps a clean sheet. That's why I went with him. The other player is Benrek, that is 9%, a player that we know from the Premier League, from Poland, 4.5. Decent fixture. To be honest with you, this player can be changed. I don't have to bring in Benrek. It's just a player that I know that is nailed on for Poland. That's why I went with him. So he can be replaced. A defender from Belgium, Jason Deneri, 4.5. I checked his previous stats. He's been playing a lot of games. Just going to make sure that he continues to play in the friendlies. I think these defenders that I'm talking to you guys about, we're just going to see if they are nailed on. If they are, then they are going to be great options. Belgium has got a really good group stage fixtures. First game is against Russia. You know, if they can keep a clean sheet in these 2-3 fixtures, I'm happy to own this player that is 4.5. And the last defender is from Denmark, that is 4.5, 21% owned. I'm going to make sure that I am able to pronounce the second name, so I will do that on my next team selection video. And good fixture there against Finland. Hedradecki, a goalkeeper that is 4 million. Looks like he's going to be playing for Finland. He's going to be the main goalkeeper. 34% owned. No wonder why. A lot of people's going for him. I'm waiting for that cheap defense. Like the second goalkeeper is from Czech Republic. Thomas is selected by 0%. So 5 million. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the second goalkeeper, to be honest with you. So Benarak and my second goalkeeper is an option for me to change. So now let's move on to the midfielders. The first player that I wanted to talk to you guys about is Dani Olmo. 2% owned, 7 million. Price tag there, so massive differential. Not many people are going for him. I think he could do really well. A cheap option as well. I am looking at to bring in Torres into my team, but I think he could do really well against Sweden. Like I said and mentioned before, we've got to watch out for the friendlies and see if he actually plays a lot of minutes. That will give us a better idea that he's going to start. I think that he will start. I don't think that he will play up to 90 minutes every game, but because it's cheap and in a good team, I think he could get some returns. The other player that I wanted to look and talk to you guys about is Diogo Jota. Before his injury for Portugal, he's been scoring a lot of goals. And for a 8.5 million player and a great captain option for the final game, you know, if you can't get Ronaldo, he is the player to go for. Before I had Bernardo Silva, but I think he is more of a threat to that goal. And he is a player to get more points and more goals than Silva. So that's why I went with Jota. He's back from injury. Yeah, he is a fantastic option. Before this Euro started, or you know, this game was launched, I was thinking, okay, in the Euros, Jota is going to do really well. But then he got injured, but he's back from injury. And yeah, he's ready to go. Great fixture there against Hungary. The other player that hasn't left my team yet is Tielemans. That is 6.5, 10% owned from Belgium. Basically, I just want another Belgium midfielder. I can't guarantee that Carrasco will play, that Hazard will start. I can't guarantee that those players will start because there's a lot of players that they can rotate with. But Tielemans will start. He's like the main midfielder there. Kevin De Bruyne might be out for the first match day, so that will cause a little problems for the team. But that will give Tielemans a chance to take a lot of the set pieces. He's been doing that for Leicester City as well. So you just never know. 6.5, I think you can't go wrong. Good option there. A playing player, cheap enough, that could get some returns. Now from England, I had Harry Kane in the team. But I thought to myself, what is the other player that I would love to bring in my team that could get some returns? And that is Mason Mount. Mason Mount has had a sensational season with Chelsea. He's been chipping along and is pretty much the top most point owned from a midfielder in the FPL game. And yeah, I just basically want an England player, and Mason Mount is the one to go for. Foden is there as well, but with that, like, attacking midfielders, you got Sterling, Foden, you got Mason Mount, you got Sancho, you got a lot more other players that could play in that position, could rotate, like you got Rashford as well. I think Mason Mount can always drop back into the midfield more in that defensive role, and could kind of like help out more with the team to give him a higher chance to play a lot of games and a lot of minutes. And the last player in this list is Eriksen. That is 9 million, only 3% owned. Now hear me out. He's not nailed on in my team because he's 9 million. But this fixture against Finland looks really, really good on paper. And, you know, I'm attacking match day 1 and I'm thinking to myself, you know what, I would love to bring in another Denmark player. And of course, you know, once the friendlies go ahead and we see more of Denmark, of course, that's going to give us more options, right? But for now, Eriksen looks really good. It doesn't really look good this season for his club. It hasn't performed well. He hasn't brought those amazing returns. But for his national team, he's a different beast. And he could be a massive differential that could get us a lot of points. So instead of captaining like Mason Mount, I can go ahead and captain Eriksen if I want to go for a massive differential. So that's why he's in my team. But yeah, he's not nailed on. So there are options for me to change. Now, for the front three, you've got Yilmaz. I mean, we know what he can do. He's a goal-scoring machine. 8 million, 14% owned. Tough fixture, though. You know, I'm looking at the Italian side. I'm looking at their results. I'm looking at their last 5 fixtures. And the way they are playing, they're more solid in the defense. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, maybe I can just, like, bring in another player instead of Yilmaz, because I think this fixture for Turkey is going to be very difficult, but Turkey has passion. They're just going to go for it like crazy. So, and I want to have a little bit of fun, I guess, but we'll see. I'll make that final decision near the end. Lukaku hasn't moved out my team. He's the main striker here. Great captain option from Belgium. Great fixture against Russia. 11 million, 41% owned. I don't want to talk too much about him. And a new player that has arrived in my team. I removed Harry Kane and I brought in Lewandowski. His record is disgusting. It's disgusting. And I know that he didn't start the last friendly game, but I think that's just a friendly game. You know, we're just going to have a look at it. He is the main guy for Poland. He scores so many goals. He's a goal scoring machine. And this is what we want from our captain, right? To score goals. And against Slovakia, great fixture for Poland to actually score against. 16% owned, great captain option later on. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I'm sorry if this video was longer than usual. I thought I will just kind of like talk to you guys about every single scenario and give you guys like an epic video for you guys to watch and enjoy. My next video will be out on a Friday, and I will take the weekend off and I'll be back on a Monday looking at my ultimate final draft. Okay, that's what I'm going to be doing. You know, I'm looking at other possibilities. I'm looking at the friendlies now. You know, I don't have to go for Yilmaz or Eriksen. You know, I'm looking at Memphis Depay. I really like his fixture and a good captain option. Yeah, and I'm looking at the Italian midfielders, and I don't know who's nailed on. And you know, that first fixture for us to know the lineup is going to give us a lot of a chance to kind of like see who's going to start. I might change things around right in the last minute, but yeah, we're just going to get more information so I can make my final decisions. But anyways, guys, I hope that this video has helped you. My goal is to play this game with you guys and hope that I can help people along the way. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what rank I'm going to end up with, but I just want to enjoy it as much as I can. And that is about it. If you are new to the channel, if you haven't subscribed already, log in and subscribe, because there's going to be a lot of videos coming through. And drop a like in the video. Smash the hell out of that like button. Let's see if we can get over 200 likes, guys. And that is about it. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Let me know your opinions, the players that I missed out, the strategies that I missed out. Let's talk about it and let's have a little bit of fun. Okay? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time. See ya. Whew.